Hello everyone, my name is Sandeep Singh and my branch is Information Science and Engineering. Today we will go to talk about single and double end priority queues. So here is the introduction. Priority queues are data structures that store elements with associated priorities. Single end priority queues allow elements to be inserted and removed based on the priority from one end. Double end priority queues allow queues and element to be inserted and removed based on the priority from both sides. We will look upon single-end priority queue. In a single-ended priority queue, elements are inserted at one end, basically on their priority. The element with the highest priority is always at the front of the queue. Elements are removed in order of their priority, as you can see in the diagram. Next, we will move to operation on single-ended priority queues. Common operation on single-ended priority queues include insertion and deletion. Insertion involves adding an element to the queue based on its priority. Deletion involves removing the element with the highest priority from the front of the queue. Double-ended priority queue. Double-ended priority queue allows element to be inserted and removed from the both end based on the priority. It supports operation like insertion and deletion from front and rear ends. Element can be added or removed from either end based on their priority. Next, we will move to operation on double-ended priority queue. Operation on double-ended priority queue include insertion from both ends. Deletion can happen from both ends based on the priority of the elements. The front, rear, and rear of the queue can be accessed independently. Implementation of single-ended priority queues. Single-ended priority queues can be implemented using arrays, linked list, or heaps. Array can be used for simple implementation where elements are sorted based on the priority. Linked list can be used for dynamic implementation where elements can be inserted and deleted easily. Now we will be looking at the program segment of the single-ended priority queues. So here is the structure to represent a node in the priority queue, and here is the structure to represent a single-ended priority queue, and we are using a function to create a new node, and we are using a dynamic memory allocation by using malloc function. So after that, we are using a function to create a new node and a function to initialize a priority queue, and then we are using a function to check if the priority queue is empty. Function to insert an element to priority queues, we are using here to insert an element in the priority queue, and we are using if-else loop and while loop for traversing the queue to find the correct position based on the priority, and then we are inserting the new node at the correct position using if-else loop, and then we are using the function to remove and return the element with the highest priority. So it will return the element with the highest priority. Now we will move into the function to the display, this is our display function. This will display our elements of the priority queue, and then we will move to the function to free the memory used by the priority queue. So it will destroy priority queue, we will take at void, then it will be used to free the memory by use the priority queue. Now here is our main function, as you can see. So we will see the output what it will give. We are getting the output as priority queue 33, 10, 2, 42, 21, and DQ elements are 30. Priority queue are 10, 2, 40, and 21. We are dequeuing the element 30, so it is not showing as the priority queue. It is only showing 10, 2, 42, and 21. So next we will move to implementation of double-ended priority queue. Double-ended priority queue can be implemented using double linked list or binary search or arrays or trees. Double linked list allow for easy insertion and deletion from both ends. Binary search trees can be used for efficient search and retrieval based on the priority. Now we will be looking at the program for double-ended priority queue. So here is the structure to represent a node in the priority queue. We are creating a structure and a structure to represent a double-ended priority queue. Then we are creating a function to create a new node, and we are using again a dynamic memory allocation for creating a new node, and we are using the function to initialize a double-ended priority queue over here, void initialize the priority queue. Then we are using the function to check if the double queue priority and queue is empty, and again we are using a function to insert an element at the front or the double-ended priority queue. And after that we are using the function to insert an element at the rear at the double-ended priority queue. We are using function for the front insertion, and we are using for rear insertion also. Then we are using the function to remove and return element with the highest priority from the front. So we are using DQ front. It will return and remove and return the element with the highest priority from the front. Then we are using the function to remove and return the element with the highest priority from the user. So it will take the double-ended priority queue. It will print the double-ended priority queue is empty. Then we are using the function to display the elements of the double-ended priority queue. So basically it will display the elements. Then we are using the function to free memory used for the double-ended priority queues. We are using destroy D priority queues as a function. And after that, here is a main function. So let us look at the output. So it is giving output like this: double-ended priority queue 33, 10 to 21, 42. Now we are dequeuing the element from front, that is 30, and dequeue the element from the rear, which is 40, as you can see. So it will dequeue the 30,3 and 40,2. Then the double-ended priority queue is 10,2 and 20,1. Application of a single-ended priority queue. Single-ended priority queues are commonly used in scheduling algorithms. They are also used in operating system for task scheduling based on a priority. Networking algorithms often make use of single-ended priority queues for packet scheduling. Application of double-ended priority queues. Double-ended priority queues are used in algorithms where elements need to be accessed from both ends based on priority. They are commonly used in sliding window algorithm for efficient processing of data streams. Double-ended priority queues can be utilized in optimization of algorithm for finding the best solution. Advantages of single-ended priority queue. Single-ended priority queues are simple to be implemented and understand. They are efficient for scenarios where elements are always removed in the order of their priority. Insertion and deletion operations are straightforward in single-ended priority queues. Advantages of double-ended priority queues. Double-ended priority queues provide flexibility in inserting and removing elements from both ends. They are suitable for scenarios where elements need to be accessed in both directions based on priority. Double-ended priority queues offer more functionality compared to single-ended priority queues. Disadvantages of a single-ended priority queue. Single-ended priority queues may not be suitable for scenarios where elements need to be accessed for both ends. In some cases, single-ended priority queues may not provide the required efficiency for certain algorithms. Deletion of elements from the middle of the queue can be inefficient in single-ended priority queues. Disadvantages of double-ended priority queues. Double-ended priority queues can be more complex to implement compared to single-ended priority queues. They may require more memory overhead due to additional pointers or structures needed for double-ended operation. In certain scenarios, the extra flexibility provided by double-ended priority queues may be necessary. Time complexity of a single-ended priority queue. Time complexity of insertion in a single-ended priority queue is 0 of n in the worst case. Deletion of the highest priority element in a single-ended priority queue is 0 of 1. Searching for a specific element based on priority in a single-ended priority queue is 0 of n. Time complexity of double-ended priority queues. Insertion and deletion operation at the both end of a double-ended priority queue have a time complexity of 0 of 1. Searching for a specific element based on priority in a double-ended priority queue is 0 of n. Overall, the complexity of operation in a double-ended priority queue is more efficient compared to the single-ended priority queues. Example scenario for single-ended priority queue. Consider a scenario where tasks are added to a single-ended priority queue based on their priority levels. Tasks with higher priority levels are processed first. As the task is completed, they are removed from the front of the queue. Example scenarios: double-ended priority queues. In a double-ended priority queue scenario, elements can be added and removed from the both ends based on the priorities. The flexibility allows for efficient processing of elements in both directions. Element can be assessed and processed based on their priority levels from the either end of the queue. So comparison between a single-ended and a double-ended priority queue. Single-ended priority queues are simpler and more straightforward for basic priority-based operation. Double-ended priority queues offer more flexibility, efficiency in scenarios where elements need to be assessed from both ends. The choice between single and double-ended priority queues depends on the specific requirements of the algorithm or application. So here is the conclusion. Single-ended and double-ended priority queues are essential data structures in DSA for managing elements based on priority. Understanding the difference and advantage of each type of priority queue can help in designing efficient algorithm. The choice between single-ended and double-ended priority queues depend on the specific needs of the application and the desired functionality. Thank you everyone. Hope you like this video.